Live from the AM 1310 WDPN studio, it's time for live and local sports talk. It's the Sam Bourquin Show.
I'm ready.
Give the show a call at 330-821-1310.
Good call, meatball.
Watch the Sam Bourquin Show on the AM 1310 Facebook page, the Q92 YouTube page, and on X. This is the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN.
Pitch. And he swings and he lifts one high in the air. Deep left field, headed to the bleachers. Home run, Gabriel Arias.
The fastball. This is hooked to left field, and it's going to get down for a base hit and past Soto to the wall. Springer around second, and now the ball is dropped, and Springer is coming around to score.
Vaughn into left center. Myers back. And he reaches up. He makes the catch and hammers into the wall. Oh, my goodness gracious. He is down. He held on to the baseball, and he is in a world of pain.
There's some slug. Loud noises.
Saya, deep left. It is back. Leaping play, trap by Bowen. Cubs win.
Well, a lot of baseball excitement last night. Unfortunately, not for the Cleveland Guardians as they fall to the Texas Rangers at Progressive Field. Left a ton of guys on base last night, but some wild plays. Man, the Cubs just keep rolling at Wrigley. Shohei Ohtani keeps hitting moon rockets for the LA Dodgers. The New York Mets keep playing like they have a payroll of $2 million instead of $500 million. What a wild night in baseball. But nothing compares to the drama, the cinema that's unfolding right in front of our very eyes as the NBA free agency, 6:01 p.m., they can start announcing things. Now, I don't know what, if anything, is going to happen right at 6:01. It may happen at 7. It may happen at midnight. It may happen tomorrow. If you haven't heard today yet, LeBron James has told the Los Angeles Lakers, thank you. I'm moving on. So he will not be playing for the Lakers this coming season. Golden State is making a lot of moves to free up some money. Cleveland Cavaliers are on the phones. Miami Heat, I think, have jumped back into consideration. Maybe even a team like the San Antonio Spurs, although that is very unlikely. But you hear their name being bandied about as well. But with the news today reported by Shams at ESPN that LeBron James is done in L.A., he just posted something on X. I have retweeted it at Sam Bourquin 16 on X if you want to read it. Just a couple of sentences, 3 or 4 sentences, LeBron thanking the Lakers. And Jeannie Buss put out a thank you note today out on Instagram and X and Facebook and everywhere. So that's it. That is over. The Laker run is over for LeBron. So Cavs draft LeBron. He plays 7 years for Cleveland. Plays, how many years did he play in Miami? 4? 5? Comes back to Cleveland, plays 4. Then goes to L.A. and played 8 seasons, I believe was the final tally. Where does he end up now? All the reports that I've been reading, this will not be a money-driven thing. It's more about happiness. What is happiness for LeBron? I don't think it's more money at this point. I think it's a championship or 2. I think it's calling the shots on his terms. What else would happiness be? getting to play with both of his sons at the same time. Happiness could be just coming back to Akron, Ohio. Happiness could be a myriad of things. I don't think cash at this point is one of them. I said on this program, I believe it was last week, Rainsburg, I don't remember exactly what day it was.
What did you say?
But I guaranteed LeBron James was coming back to Cleveland.
They did that yesterday.
And I've said it numerous times since. And obviously I'm going to stick to it because when you guarantee something, you can't go back on it. Right?
Then people would call you a liar.
I'm going to stay with it. Okay? Now, I would be dishonest with you if I said that I wasn't a little bit worried after Draymond Green opted out of his contract with the Golden State Warriors. I'd be foolish to tell you that I wasn't a little worried about that. I could see LeBron teaming up with Steph, Draymond. Maybe they could bring in another piece. Maybe they could make a run at it. I know LeBron would probably really like to play for Steve Kerr. There's a part of me that kind of winces when I think of LeBron James in a Golden State uniform. I got to be 100% honest with you there. I don't really want to see that. You know, we had a nice little battle with those fellas for 4 years. We got one title, they got 3. The rivalry, the build-up. Maybe that stuff doesn't matter anymore. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't matter. I mean, we see Browns going to play for Pittsburgh, and we see Redskins going to play for Cowboys, and Raiders going to play for 49ers, and Yankees going to play for Red Sox. Maybe that stuff doesn't matter anymore, and that's too bad. That's too bad. But the door is open. Door's open. It's what time is it? 3:15 Eastern Daylight Time. In less than 3 hours, we may know where the young man from Akron, Ohio is going to play his NBA basketball next year or maybe the year after. Maybe it's just a one-year deal somewhere. And I got to believe it's a one-year deal somewhere that somewhere is going to be here. It's the retirement tour. It's the whole thing. But by the way, and I feel like I have to continue to nudge this into the conversation. Look at the Cleveland Cavaliers roster as constructed right now. Who throw LeBron James on that team? Who's the best player? Who's the best player on the Cavaliers roster right now? Just add LeBron to the team. Who's the best player? Is Donovan Mitchell better than LeBron James? Evan Mobley? Jared Allen? Max Strus? Thomas Bryant? Dean Wade? Keon Ellis? Who's the best player on the team?
It's Donovan. I mean, it's got to be after LeBron. It's Donovan, I would say.
Even at 42 plus years of age. I mean, I can make the argument he's the best player on the team. And that is no disrespect to Donovan. Donovan's kind of like the face of our franchise. But let's look at it. Look at the stats. I mean, Donovan plays more minutes per game than LeBron, obviously.
But does he always put up more points than LeBron?
Not always.
Exactly. Consistency is key.
Most of the time, but not always. Who gets more assists?
I think LeBron.
Who gets more rebounds?
Yeah.
If we're talking about totality, the body of work, put LeBron James on this Cavs roster and look at it 1 through 15. You tell me who the best player is. Tell me who the best player is. And then look me in the eye and tell me you don't want him on the team. Tell me you don't want him to come back. Tell me you don't want that story, that chance to win another title, that chance to bring leadership, veteran leadership, teach some of these guys how to work. Tell me you wouldn't take that back for 1 year or 2 years. 330-821-1310 is our number. The text line is open as well at 330-944-5179. The Q92 Radio YouTube channel is up and rolling, and the chat room is ready to go. I am all Cavs geared up today. Cavs hat, Cavs shirt. I'm thinking maybe some good news. Right about the time we're ready to go off the air, we may have some good news. We may stay on a little bit later today, on the stream at least. We'll see. I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to say anything, but the opportunity could present itself. If we could hang on the air with you a little bit longer today because of what could happen, what might happen. And I don't know any. Look, trust me. I really want this to happen again. I don't know if it will. I'm saying that it's going to. But I want your take on where LeBron plays next year now that we have pushed the Lakers out of the way. Sam Bourquin Show poll question of the day. Where does LeBron play next year? Warriors, Cavs, Heat, other. Get them in. Get those comments in. Get them in on X. Get them in on Facebook and the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Where does LeBron Ramon James play his NBA basketball next season? Golden State, Cleveland, Miami, other. Let us know. We will tally the numbers throughout the afternoon here on the show on 1310 WDPN. I think LeBron is still in town. I think he's still up in Akron. At least he was yesterday. I keep refreshing every NBA page, ESPN, Sham Charania, Mark Stein. I mean, it's I'm gonna have a case of clickitis by the time this show is over today.
So I'm curious, who is the oldest person to ever retire in the NBA? Is LeBron going to break that record when he retires?
The oldest player to retire
what's the oldest somebody's ever retired at?
I don't know. I would think of somebody maybe like a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Right. Because we're talking, you got to be talking 20 plus years. Because LeBron, I think is his 23rd or 24th year. So you got to start thinking about, okay, how many guys played that long and then retired? I mean, Larry didn't play that long. Michael, how long did Michael play into his 40s? I don't remember. Maybe when he was 40, I'm not sure. We'll have to look that up. I'm gonna look into this because I'm curious.
Ramona Shelburne on X. LeBron James and or his representatives will talk to a few teams after free agency opens in a few hours. A source close to the process says there's no rush for him to make a decision. And I don't think there is a rush, but I also don't think that this thing wants or needs to be drug out by LeBron or his camp.
It will, though. Probably a little bit.
I just wonder, some of the big news over the years has happened in July. I wonder if it will happen in the month of July again. Obviously, It's going to, probably, because today is June 30th. Okay? We're running out of time on the June calendar. But where do you think LeBron plays next year? Warriors, Cavs, Heat, or other? Get your comments in. Get the calls in at 330-821-1310. Guardians lose last night to the Rangers. They'll try it again tonight, 6:40 at Progressive Field. Again, Cleveland got runners on the base paths last night. Could not get them in. Couldn't get them in. A little bit later on today, we'll talk about some college football national championship sleepers. We get a list of 5 teams that may make a run at a national championship, and not the names that you might be thinking. Sammy's best bet coming up today, 429. Hey, we hit one last night. We had the A's and the Dodgers over 10.5. That baby went way over.
Ooh,
so
that was
back in the win column.
That was a long drought.
That's right. We're back in the win column. Oh, don't say the word drought on a day like today. Oh, boy, is it hot. Oh, is it hot. By the way, coming up, we're going to let you know, especially here in Alliance and in Massillon, I'm looking for a list in Canton, the cooling centers that you can go to help during this heat wave that we're going to be going through. We'll come back and we'll run those down for you as well. We'll run those down throughout the afternoon.
And I know Clint at least has the Alliance ones in his local news.
Great. Okay.
So.
Super. Also on this day in sports history coming up at 529. And again, the poll question of the day, where does LeBron play next year? Warriors, Heat, Cavs, other, 330-821-1310. Get your comments in on all of our social media platforms. We are in the low 90s right now. The humidity is off the charts. Stay cool, everybody, and come back and we'll dive in here on 1310 WDPN.
AWP Safety, North America's leading traffic safety company, is hiring traffic control flaggers, and they need you. Join AWP as a protector for steady work and an important job keeping people safe. They offer paid training, certification, referral bonuses, and advancement opportunities. To apply, visit jobs.awpsafety.com. That's jobs.awpsafety.com.
Looking to launch a career in the skilled trades but don't know where to begin? Part-time service in the Ohio Army National Guard can help. You can kickstart your career by enlisting in one of our many trades-based jobs. Get paid to learn these skills and gain on-the-job training when you report to your unit 1 weekend a month or 2 weeks in the summer. To learn how the Guard can pay for your civilian trade certification, visit nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard in coordination with the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
$1310 WDPN. Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show. A couple of minutes before we get you to the bottom of the hour. Again, the LeBron watch is on. NBA free agency gets going at 6:01 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, LeBron has already told the Lakers he is done with them. He is not coming back to play in Los Angeles next year. But where will LeBron James end up? That's our poll question today. What do you think? Does he go to Golden State? Does he come back to the Cavs? Does he go to Miami again? Or is there another team out there? Retirement is not a choice because he said he is coming back to play. So that is off the list.
There's not like he doesn't have a whole website up with a countdown. We're not doing the decision 3 or 4 or whatever decision we're on. Or did the whole like whiskey thing ruin that?
Yeah,
his whole whiskey ad.
Yeah, I think that's out. Scott says, "What do you think, Sam? Cavs?" Yes, Scott. Yes, I think Cavs. Really strong feeling about it. Before we get to the bottom of the hour, just saw a post on X. Someone at the Harry Reid Airport in Las Vegas waiting on their flight just hit $3.1 million on a Wheel of Fortune slot machine. Holy cow. How about that? Just kind of waiting for your flight to board. Let me throw a couple of bucks in the machine. Gee, $3 million later. Exactly $3,307,158.11. Congratulations, you lucky so-and-so. Maybe that'll happen to me. Maybe that'll happen to me when we go out there in August.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Rainsburg, you might not see me if that happens again. All right, we got the news and weather coming up next. Again, Clint's going to have some information for you coming up all afternoon on the news about the cooling centers here in Alliance. We'll run out a couple more cooling centers for the cities around as well as we try to beat the heat. It is hot. It is humid. It's nasty out there. We'll get through it. We always do. 1310 WDPN.
Now, the latest area news on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 3:30. The Supreme Court upheld a broad conception of birthright citizenship. The justices in a New Hampshire case Tuesday relied on an understanding of the 14th Amendment adopted after the Civil War and more recent federal laws ruling anyone born in the country as a citizen with limited exceptions. President's restrictions have been blocked by several lower courts. Court upholding state laws barring males from playing on female school athletic teams. The court's majority ruled Tuesday state bans in Idaho and West Virginia don't violate the Constitution and uphold Title IX, which prohibits sex discrimination in education. More than 24 other states have adopted bans on males in female athletics. 6 people killed Monday after a gunman opened fire in northern Germany. Shooting occurred in the town of Stade, west of Hamburg, at a facility that provides services and temporary housing for pregnant women and young mothers with children. 45-year-old man had a scheduled appointment at the facility to visit his 3-month-old child and discuss custody options with the mother. He then opened fire in the building where the child and mother were inside. The man of Turkish descent. All 6 victims were employees of the center, 4 women and 2 men. U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are traveling to Doha for talks with Qatari mediators in the U.S.-Iran peace process. Qatar's foreign ministry said Tuesday there will be no high-level meeting between American and Iranian officials. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Majed Al-Ansari said Doha continues to facilitate contacts between Washington and Tehran and is coordinating with neighboring Oman on maritime security in the Strait of Hormuz. Clarification follows conflicting statements over whether direct talks would take place. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said Monday Iran has requested a meeting this week, so Special Envoy Witkoff and Jared Kushner will fly to Doha this week as we continue to discuss the Memorandum of Understanding. Vladimir Putin said Monday Moscow was not interested in negotiations with Ukraine and was intent on completing its aims of seizing 4 Ukrainian regions. Vladimir Zelensky published an open letter to Putin June 4th proposing a face-to-face meeting, calling for a full ceasefire for the duration of the talks. In his interview with journalist Pavel Zarubin, Russian leaders made it clear he's not ready for negotiations. He said, given their catastrophic shortage of personnel, the Ukrainian armed forces apparently believe this could be their salvation, but saving the Kyiv regime, it's not part of our plans. Putin said recent Ukrainian drone attacks deep inside Russia were aimed at diverting our attention and forces from achieving the main directives. President Trump directed federal officials to expand Americans' access to automobile parts and allow independent repairs during a White House ceremony Monday. President emphasized cost savings for Americans who can repair their vehicles and choose parts manufactured by third parties. According to the order, a dependency on authorized dealers and repair shops limited competition and contributed to higher out-of-pocket costs for consumers. 92 degrees at 3:33 for WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Now, the Alliance Area Weather Forecast from Mark Johnson on AM 1310 WDPN.
Heat advisory today through Thursday at 8 p.m. It's going to be hot, 94 degrees today. A feels like temp of 103 under a partly cloudy sky. Overnight, partly cloudy skies on the way. Our low 75. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. The afterworld.
He's coming back. Ladies and welcome back to the show, everybody.
The artist formerly known as Prince.
1310 WDPN. Ah, yes. LeBron James' watch is on. He told the Lakers he is not coming back. Will he come back to Cleveland? One more time, will he run it back in the wine and gold? How'd you feel about that? I would love it, man. I hope it happens. I think it's going to happen. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Just don't know when. 330-821-1310, 330-821-1310. You can text at 330-944-5179. Get your comments in on the Q92 Radio YouTube channel in the chat. Check us out on the Sam Bourquin Show page on Facebook. Also, check us out, listen, watch the show, WDPN Facebook, and we'll be up here. We're rocking right now at AM 1310 WDPN on X. You can watch and listen to the show as well. 6:01 Eastern Time, you can start getting to the nitty-gritty. Now, as I told you, Ramona Shelbourne reporting that there are multiple teams that LeBron and his people are going to talk to once free agency officially opens at 6:01. Now, come on, we're not silly enough to believe that there haven't been some talks going on already, right? Reaching out, maybe a little text, pick up the phone.
But they're not allowed to do that until the free agency opens. Sam.
Right. That's why the NFL started this legalized tampering bullcrap so that you could get around stuff like that. Yeah,
They legalize loopholes.
Yeah, the NFL
cool.
they legalize their own loopholes just so they can stay relevant. But that's where we're at right now with the Cavs and the Lakers. The Lakers are out, so forget about them. But Golden State, I think, is a threat. I do. I think Miami's kind of back in play. I've seen a couple stories now, apparently, that LeBron and Pat Riley have mended their fences, mended their relationship, that would be a possibility. He could go back there and, he'd be playing with Giannis and Andrew Wiggins, and I don't know. To me, all this points to coming back home to Cleveland again. It just, and I'm not trying to be the syrupy, this is a great story. All paths lead him back to the Cavs. All paths lead him coming back home to Akron. Nice roster, chance to win a chip. You're coming home. You're beloved. You'd be comfortable. You'd be happy. You'd be around your fellas, the family. This is where it all started. You've got a title here already, so that's not hanging on your back anymore. You've already done that. Now it's try to come back and win another one. And fade out at your own speed.
Michael on YouTube says, why not? I would hope Dan Gilbert would give him a piece of the franchise as part of the deal.
I'm sure that's been talked about.
It's so surprising that LeBron doesn't already own a little piece of the Cavs from something at some point.
I mean, I'm sure that's talked about. Again, now that's not something that you can come out and report. That's not something you can quote unquote do right now, because as long as you're playing, you can't do that. But you can certainly set that aside on the other end of the table and say, hey, once we reach here, maybe this is when this kicks in.
Go the old verbal agreement.
Right. I mean, who's to say that doesn't happen? Dan Gilbert's smart. Dan Gilbert's been around the block. He knows. Dan Gilbert knows how this game is played. Dan would love to win another chip. I think he'd love to win another one with LeBron. And I think Dan could probably make a few bucks if LeBron James comes back and rides one more time. And I know that's not the end-all, be-all with Dan Gilbert either. But it doesn't hurt. You got to remember, Dan has sunk a ton of his own money into Cleveland, into the arena, into the surrounding areas. And he's done that with Detroit, too. But Dan is he's kind of like the Cavs slogan years gone by of all in. And I think he would love it if number 23 came back and suited up in the wine and gold one more time. I mean, I just, there's no doubt in my mind. Who says you can't come home again twice? Worked before. It could work again. Now, here's the other thing. If this happens, and if the Cavaliers move off a player or two or redo some stuff and LeBron James comes back and plays a year, maybe signs a 2-year deal, and then we know at the end of that second year that's going to be like that retirement tour, so to speak. And if he comes back and the Cavaliers don't win a championship, how would you feel about that? Or would that not bother you because we've already gotten one, but because we're going to go through all this stuff again? And there will be a little pop in circumstance. I guarantee you that. So you're going to go through all that, and there'll be some changes made, and LeBron may call a shot or two, and that's part of the deal. And if we go through all that again, and he comes back and we don't win another title, how would you feel about that?
Oh, I think people would not be happy.
I mean, would you be irritated beyond belief? Would you be sad? Would you not care? You just want to see him play in a Cavs uniform a couple of more years? You want to see him play his last game in a Cleveland Cavalier uniform? How would you feel if if he didn't come back to win a title? And I know he would love to win one. He's competitive as all get. I know he wants to win another one. Dan wants to win one. Kobe wants to win one. We all want to win one. But under the circumstances, is that the end-all, be-all of maybe bringing LeBron back one more time? Because here's the deal. If LeBron does come back and we don't win another title, then he will retire. And then things are going to look a whole lot different again with the Cavaliers organization as far as the basketball piece of it's concerned. You got that beautiful arena. They just sunk a couple $100 million into that thing in renovations. It looks beautiful. It looks as pristine as it did when they opened it up in 1995. But things are going to be a whole lot different. Things will be different. But if we could squeeze 2 more dynamite years and have a chance to win another chip, man, I'm all for it. I'm all in. Let's go. Let's give it a ride. Poll question today: where does LeBron James play next year, next season? Cavs, Golden State, Miami, or other? 330-821-1310. Get your comments in right now on the Q92 Radio YouTube channel in the chat. I say he's coming back to Cleveland. Golden State worries me a little bit. Miami worries me just a little. I don't know what other teams he would go play for. Now you're seeing reports as many as 6 to 8 teams will vie for his services. Could San Antonio be one? Could Detroit be one? Dallas? But I think Cleveland, Golden State, Miami are probably the top 3. That's just my opinion.
Does Miami have any way of getting LeBron, or did because I thought they kind of dumped a lot on Giannis?
Well, they did, but here's the thing: wherever LeBron goes, it's not going to be a big contract.
Okay.
It's just unless, and there are some very creative accountants out there in the NBA with teams. But wherever LeBron goes, it's just going to be I don't think it'll be the NBA veteran minimum, but it might be close. But again, is money the happiness, or is a chance to win another championship and maybe to come home? Is that the happiness? To go out the way you want. Dan Gilbert would let LeBron go out the way he wants. He would see fit. He'd give him anything he wanted. Anything, any way. Retirement tour. Give him certain nights off that maybe, trust me, they'll give number 23 what he wants. Money's not going to be at the top of it because the Cavaliers are not in a position to do that. Now, he'll get paid. He'll get a salary, but it's not going to be, it's not going to be what it once was, that's for sure. 6:01 Eastern Daylight Time. It starts.
Scooter says, Sam, he is not coming back here. The Cavs can't afford him. Put your money on Golden State. Draymond Green turned down $27 million. Why? He's represented by the same folks. LeBron James.
I know. Rich Paul. I know. I'm not saying Golden State's not trying like hell to get him. That's the team that worries me. But James Harden opting out, going to settle for less. Now there's talk he may settle for even less. If it's another way to woo LeBron back again, just a little bit extra money. I will tell you this, and I posted this on my show page on Facebook. Now I just got to meander through all this crap and try to find it again. But one of the sports books, yes, here it is. Where will LeBron James play next season? Next team odds. This was about an hour and a half ago. Golden State is the favorite at minus 500. The Cavaliers are next at plus 300. Miami is third at plus 1,000. Now, you got to keep your eyes on this stuff because the Vegas knows, the sports books know most of the time. They've got the Spurs at plus 2,000, the Knicks at plus 3,000, Detroit plus 3,000, Dallas at plus 3,000. So, like we've been talking about, Golden State, Cleveland, Miami are your 3 favorite possible landing spots for LeBron James. Where do you think he ends up? Where does he play next year? How many years does he come back and play for? Is it just one and out? Is it going to be a 2-year deal? Is it going to be a 3-year deal, maybe with a club or player option? How long does LeBron James want to play? Does he want to play till he's 45? Does he possibly want to play longer?
If he plays till he's 45, I think he'll be the oldest person to ever retire in the NBA.
And you look at LeBron right now. Tell me that guy looks like he's 41. Tell me it looks like he's played 24 years in the NBA. Now, I don't know what he's doing. I don't want to know what he's doing to keep himself looking like that. I know a lot of money is spent. I know a lot of hard work has been put in. I know a lot of weightlifting and running. If there's other stuff going on there, then so be it. You shouldn't look like that when you're 42. You shouldn't. All the miles that he has run up and down the floor, the banging he has taken in the paint, all the wind sprints in practice, the fast breaks, the slam dunks. Folks, 24 years in the league. Think about that. 24. That's unfathomable. And he's still going out there and getting 20 plus a game. He's still getting 8 rebounds a game. He's still getting 8 or 9 assists a game at his age. And he doesn't have to be the focal point anymore. But I wouldn't mind having a guy like that on my team. Just in case. Just in case I needed a little clutch bucket here or there. Or an assist. Or maybe a little block. Look, I'm not promising any more rundown blocks like we got in 2016. But my man can still get up and down the floor a little bit. Yeah, he'd play less minutes. Of course he would. He can still play. He can still play. 50 minutes past the hour. 330-821-1310 is our number. Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Chat is open. Come on in. Be a part of the program here on the Sam Bourquin Show. 1310 WDPN. We'll be back.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-498-2098 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-498-2098 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-498-2098 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Music and intelligence for your life.
No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world.
I'm John Tesh, and we couldn't be happier about bringing you intelligence for your life every day. We have a room full of researchers gathering the information and ideas you need to make your life simpler and better, and to make you the smartest person in the room. Join me for Music and Intelligence for Your Life, 10 to 3, Monday through Saturday, only on AM 1310 WDPN.
You heard it on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Where does your generosity to mercy ships go? To a small village in Sierra Leone, to the eyes of a mother, to an operating room, the healing, the anxious wait, until finally, a beautiful smile. To a port in Madagascar, into the hands of a surgeon, to the eyes of the MRI technician, the scalpel, the monitor, the post-op, and finally, a mirror. A tumor removed, replaced by tears of joy. To a small fishing village in Africa, to the hopes of a boy, to his dreams of playing soccer, to the hands of a surgeon, the long recovery, until one day, the joy of finally being part of the team. Where does your generosity go? Wherever mercy does.
It was called a clean block for LeBron James as Oladipo tried to
bank it in. And with 3 seconds left, Cleveland triggers in. James, 2 seconds, 1 second for the win. LeBron James delivers. That's a winner in Cleveland.
Ha-ha! Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show. Ian Eagle on the call. Yeah, come on. Who doesn't want that again? Who doesn't want to see that again? More LeBron highlights, maybe a couple game winners. Put that wine and gold uni back on again. Come on. Who doesn't want to see that? Welcome back to the show, 1310 WDPN. It is the Sam Bourquin program on a very hot and steamy Tuesday afternoon. I know Clint has been reading during the newscasts. Just kind of want to give you a couple of quick updates here. Cooling centers for the City of Alliance, Rodman Public Library. Yeah, I'm a trained professional. Say this fast real quick. Rodman Public Library.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah. 215 East Broadway during the regular business hours. Salvation Army at 57 West Main Street. The cooling center runs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday, so that one's over for the day. The Commons at 405 Linden Avenue from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. daily. Also, the library location will not be available July 3rd, 4th because of the Independence Day holiday. I know there's some other cooling centers in our, the surrounding cities, Canton, Massillon. And today is just like a precursor. Today's a precursor of how hot it's going to be. Like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are going to be really hot. I think when I came in today, it was 93.
Yep.
But I would have swore I heard the humidity was like 96.
Let's see. I don't think.
Is it that high? Is it close?
I didn't think the humidity was going to get that high.
Or maybe the real humidity's coming tomorrow and Thursday.
Today it's 91, feels like 98. Love to see that. This website loads so quickly.
Yeah.
Every time.
I think we're in the 90s as far as humidity is concerned. I'd almost guarantee that because it is very, very soupy outside today. 330-821-1310 is our number. 330.
Good Lord. I'm so sorry.
1310.
I couldn't find it. We're at 50% humidity according to this.
50?
Yeah. It's just so much higher temperature that the humidity feels worse.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They're talking that humidity is going to be in the 90s.
That's crazy.
And then our temperatures are going to bump up. I think we're going to be looking at like 97 or 98 the next couple of days.
I know the temperatures are easily going to be, let's see, tomorrow is 96. And it says the humidity is at 59% during the day. That's the projected humidity for tomorrow.
So real feel it'll be at least 100.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Yeah. That is the best reprieve I can give you is that, it's going to be 95, 96 degrees, but the humidity is going to be in the 50% range.
So Wednesday,
if that's a reprieve,
we're looking at 97 for a high. Thursday, 96. Friday, 95. Saturday, 91. Looks like
91 is going to feel great.
Looks like it might cool down Sunday. We're looking at 85.
Ooh, 85 is going to feel like refrigerator temperatures.
But nighttime lows, we're looking at between 72 and 77.
Which is meaningless when you're at like 80% humidity.
Right.
Which is what it's going to be at nighttime.
Yeah. When I drove over today, when I was driving out of the allotment, first thing I did is I put all 4 windows down.
You have to.
And then I gradually, I think once I got on 62, I fired the air up a little bit gradually. Like I don't know if this makes a difference. I don't know if it hurts, if it helps. I don't know what, but I don't just crank blast the air as soon as I turn the car on. I know some people do. I don't do that. I wait till like the car kind of gets going a little bit. And I don't have an old car, but maybe it's just the mental thing with me. I just like to slowly, gradually get that AC to start firing. And then I'll take it up, because I have it at 60. That's as low as mine goes. And I have it at 60 for the air, and I do max air, and then I'll hit the button where I'll tap it, strength of 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes all the way up to 7. But I won't fire it up right away. Because if, like, when I do that, like, you're just getting a heat blast.
Yep.
Because it's not ready for the cool air yet because your car hasn't been running. So that's kind of how I did it today. But it was hot, man.
I take that heat blast because I put it at like halfway when I turn it on and kick it on straight up to half, but I keep the windows down so that heat blast just goes out the windows.
That's another reason right.
you have to. Or the car's already a sauna when you get in anyway.
Oh my God! Now I do have my window. You have your windows down outside, I hope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got them. I got all 4 of mine cracked a little bit.
Yeah.
I
want to be able to breathe when I get in the vehicle.
Oof. But yeah, it's gonna get hot. So be careful out there for everybody. Make sure you're hydrated. Wear the light clothing. All those things that we try to
steering wheel
to do all season long
is going to be hot when you touch it.
Yeah, don't touch your steering wheel. Don't touch your dashboard.
Yeah,
just give it time. Give it time. It's a warm one out there today. All right. 1 hour down, 2 hours to go. We have 2 hours and 1 minute until NBA free agency officially gets underway. What is going to happen over the next 2 hours? Stay with us. 1310 WDPN, the Sam Bourquin Show.
The latest news and the current Alliance area weather forecast are up next on AM 1310, WDPN Alliance.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The Supreme Court rejected President Trump's executive order to end birthright citizenship, reaffirming under the 14th Amendment, all people born in the U.S. are U.S. citizens. Here's ABC's Karen Travers.
This case was significant for President Trump. On his first day in office in his second term, he signed an executive order declaring a national emergency at the southern border and an end to birthright citizenship. Legal challenges followed. And in April 2026, President Trump became the first sitting American president to attend an oral argument at the Supreme Court when he went to hear this case before the justices.
President Trump now urging Congress to act. The labor market holding steady, according to May's monthly job openings and labor turnover survey. Businesses created 7.6 million positions in May, nearly identical to April. The NBA's LeBron James isn't hanging up his laces yet. ESPN confirming that James informed the Los Angeles Lakers he will continue with his career, but elsewhere. He didn't disclose if he chose a new team yet. This is ABC News.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. That's right. You can earn cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside, and just last year, I made nearly $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like extra cash, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earned from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you fill your tank. Use promo code PROGRAM25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PROGRAM25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PROGRAM25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Now, the latest Alliance area news from Clint Marshall on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 4:02. Dangerous heat expected across Ohio beginning today. The National Weather Service has issued an extreme heat warning in effect through 8 p.m. Thursday with heat index values as high as 107 degrees. Residents are urged to drink plenty of water, limit outdoor activity, and check on vulnerable friends, family, and neighbors. Cooling sites are available at Rodman Public Library on East Broadway Street during normal hours, the Salvation Army on West Main weekdays from 9 to 3, and the Alliance Commons on South Linden from 9 to 5. SARTA also offering free rides to the cooling centers on any fixed route bus connecting through the Cornerstone Transit Center. North Canton police investigating the deaths of 2 people found inside a vehicle at Eastwoods Park. Officers responded Sunday morning just before 11 to a report of a suspicious vehicle with its engine running. They found a 22-year-old woman and 24-year-old man unresponsive. Both were pronounced dead at the scene. Their names have not been released. Police say there were no signs of foul play. Preliminary findings show dangerous levels of carbon monoxide in the vehicle. Stark County coroner is investigating. Case against a Canton man accused in a beating has been bound over to a grand jury. 20-year-old John Range faces charges, including attempted murder and felonious assault in connection with a June 20th attack in Canton that left a man critically injured. He allegedly knocked down and assaulted a 63-year-old near Walnut Avenue and 9th Street Northeast. Range remains held on a $1 million bond following a status conference Thursday in municipal court. Alliance will celebrate America's 250th 4th of July with a full day of events at Miller Pavilion. John Hampu Band will kick things off at 4, along with food trucks and activities from the Alliance Parks and Recreation Department. Celebration will also feature a free living history concert recreating the Alliance City Band, followed by fireworks to end the night. Refuge of Hope Ministries CEO Scott Schneiders is stepping down as he and his family relocate. The board has named Ed Laubacher interim CEO. Schneiders will remain an advisor for 1 year. He's led Refuge of Hope since 2024. His departure is prompted by the appointment of his wife, Dr. Christina Schneiders, as president of Warner Pacific University in Portland, Oregon. She's currently provost at Malone University. Her first day in the new job is August 1st. A routine traffic stop for speeding turned into a police chase Monday in Tuscarawas County. Authorities say a 26-year-old man from Janadenhutton fled from police, struck a cruiser while backing out of his driveway, then crashed into trees near Petrie Hill and Echo Roads. He ran from the scene but later returned and surrendered. Suspect taken to a hospital before being booked into jail. Charges of fleeing and eluding, assault, and speeding are expected. The Ohio Supreme Court will not take up a case involving a disputed annexation in Columbiana County's Perry Township. City of Salem had appealed after courts agreed with county commissioners the Beechwood Road property was not contiguous to the city and could not be annexed for water and sewer service. The High Court's decision means the denial of the annexation stands. An operation in Wellsville resulted in the seizure of more than 70 grams of suspected fentanyl. Columbiana County Drug Task Force says agents arrested Van Lamar Evans on an outstanding warrant after he allegedly tried to flee and fought with officers. Investigators say Evans tossed a package containing about 72 grams of suspected fentanyl from his vehicle before the stop. Agents also seized more than $2,200 in cash. Federal hazing lawsuit against Ursuline High School in the Catholic Diocese of Youngstown is moving closer to a resolution. New court filings show the diocese and the school are now participating in settlement negotiations, while Mahoning County Probate Court oversees approval and distribution of any settlement funds. The lawsuit stems from alleged hazing during a 2025 football team trip and was later combined with 2 Title IX cases. Federal case remains on hold with the status conference set for July 20th. Woman recovering after being shot in the face in Youngstown early Sunday. Police say the victim pulled up to a patrol car on South Avenue around 5, bleeding and reporting she'd been shot. She was taken to a hospital. Investigators say the shooting could have happened near a downtown area after an early morning event. A second victim in another vehicle was also struck. No suspect information has been released. State officials say a recent crude oil and salt brine spill in Trumbull County was caused by an oil well blowout. The Ohio Department of Natural Resources says pressure buildup in West Farmington led to the uncontrolled release before the well was shut in and sealed. The spill covered about 3 acres of private property. Nearby residents were evacuated but later returned home. No injuries or public health threats were reported. Cleanup is underway. 93 degrees at 4:07. This is the local edition of WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Here's Mark Johnson's forecast on AM 1310 WDPN.
Our heat advisory begins this afternoon, going all the way through at least Thursday at 8 p.m. Today's high, 94 degrees, a feels-like temp of 103 under a lot of sun and a few scattered clouds. Overnight, partly cloudy, still warm and muggy, a low of 75. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
Live from the AM 1310 WDPN studio, it's time for live and local sports talk. It's the Sam Bourquin Show.
I'm ready.
Give the show a call at 330-821-1310.
Good call, meatball.
Watch the Sam Bourquin Show on the AM 1310 Facebook page, the Q92 YouTube page, and on X. This is the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN.
Pitch, and he swings and he lifts one high in the air, deep left field, headed to the bleachers. Home run, Gabriel Arias.
The fastball. This is hooked to left field, and it's going to get down for a base hit and past Soto to the wall. Springer around second, and now the ball is dropped, and Springer is coming around to score.
Vaughn into left center. Myers back. And he reaches up. He makes the catch and hammers into the wall. Oh, my goodness gracious. He is down. He held on to the baseball, and he is in a world of pain. There's some slug. Loud noises. Saya, deep left. It is back. Leaping play, shot by Bowen. Cubs win.
AM 1310 WDPN. Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show. Some good baseball highlights last night. Guardians come up on the short end. Boy, the Texas Rangers. Is there a hotter team in Major League Baseball right now? I think not. I think the Rangers have won 5 in a row. They'll try to win 6 in a row tonight. They'll be in Cleveland to take on the Guards. Tanner Bybee on the mound tonight for Cleveland. I think he's 2-8. Ooh, 6:40 first pitch. Rangers are minus 125 on the money line tonight. The total at Progressive Field is 7.5. Tanner Bybee, yeah, I was right, 2-8. But the earned run average is not bad. It's 3.78. You look at strikeouts to walk ratio, could be a little better, but it's decent. 81 strikeouts, 29 walks. Now, the Guardians going up against Jacob deGrom tonight. He is 6-5, ERA of 3.55. He has struck out 106 and walked 18. That is a very good strikeout to walk ratio. Oh, man. Let's see here. Tonight, calling for a first pitch of 90 degrees. Winds at west-southwest at 12 miles an hour.
Is that in Cleveland or?
Yep.
Oof.
That's up at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario tonight. We do have the lineup for you, too. Travis Mazzana will lead off tonight, followed by Chase DeLauder. Travis will be at second. Chase will DH. Kyle Manzardo batting third at first. Khalil Watson in right field. He'll bat cleanup. Cooper Engel will be in left. Daniel Schneemann will be at short. Gabriel Arias will be at second. Patrick Bailey will catch. Stephen Kwan will be in center. And Tanner Bybee will be on the mound. Is it me or did I miss who was playing third base here tonight? Yeah, Gabby's going to play third. Schneemann at short. Manzardo at first. And Travis will be at second. All right, I just want to make sure I have that right. For the Rangers tonight, your batting lineup, Peterson, Young, Seager, Berger, Duran, Carter, Osuna, Diaz, Lopez. And again, DeGrom on the mound tonight. Brandon Nimmo is still out. He is day-to-day with an injured shoulder for Texas. Langford is out 10 days. Hosey's still on the DL. And Angel Martinez is still on the DL as well. Now, up to the minute numbers for the guards, they're averaging 3.9 runs a game. They're giving up 4.1. Texas is even Steven. Scoring 4.1 runs a game, giving up 4-point run a game. Batting average, Texas 244. The Guards are 229. Slugging percentage, the Rangers 392. Cleveland 364. OPS, Cleveland 60 we'll round it up, 67%. Texas 71%. Rangers have hit 89 home runs. The Guardians have hit 76. Cleveland has stolen a lot more bases than Texas. The Guardians has 76. The Rangers have 41. Texas has won 5 in a row. They're 43-42. They're 7-3 in their last 10. The Guardians 44-41. They lost their last game. They are 4-6 in their last 10. And again, they'll fire up tonight. Cleveland 640. Oh boy, tomorrow, Rainsburg, they're going to play in the afternoon.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh.
1:10 first pitch tomorrow. Joey Cantillo on the mound. Guardians Rangers.
Oh boy.
That is not going to be comfortable to watch baseball tomorrow.
No, God no.
That's in the heat zone.
Yeah, that's
from
like
1 until like 4:30, almost 5 by the time everybody gets out of the park.
The sun's really cooking stuff around that time.
Well, if you're going to the game tomorrow, man, I hope you're sitting on the third base side to give you a little bit of relief from the sun, because it's going to bake you if you're sitting on the right field side of the stadium tomorrow.
You're not going to have to worry about eating anything, because you'll be able to cook it right there in your seat.
Oh, man.
Just set a frying pan down in front of you and slap some food in it.
Boy, the water, pop, and beer vendors are going to be super, super busy tomorrow.
Yeah.
Super busy. Now, how about last night? And I kind of felt bad. Last night was one of the take your dogs to the ballpark nights.
Oh.
And you had, I don't want to call out pets owners because, I'm not sure I'd have been taking my dog to the stadium last night. They kept putting the cameras on the dogs in the doggy sections last night, and they were just panting. Like they were hot.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
and I'm just trying to look. I get it. I think it's cool. A lot of stadiums do it.
Oh, that's a lot of fun.
But I'm not so sure in the middle of a heat wave. Look, that was part of the promotion schedule they made months ago. I get it. But if you're a pet owner, are you bringing your big dog to a stadium when it's that hot and humid out? I don't know. I just thought that was kind of crazy.
They always say, like, when it's that hot, dogs walking on the pavement, it's like us walking barefoot. They don't really have that big of a difference on their paws. So
no.
That pavement's hot.
They just kept showing, going, and their big old tongues hanging out, and these big, I mean, these weren't poodles, man. These were big dogs that were at this game last night. And I love that promotion. I think it's kind of cool. You can bring your pet to the game because they got their own little section and they can, go do their business and they can get watered. But I think last night, especially, the next couple of days coming up, there's no way in the world I would take my pet to a game, especially in the afternoon. That's completely off base right there. All right. 330-821-1310, 330-821-1310. Don't forget, we're on Monday through Friday, 3 until 6. You can always watch the show. You can always listen to the show on the WDPN Facebook page, the WDPN X page, or Twitter, whichever you prefer. The Q92 Radio YouTube channel. We got the chat open as well if you want to pop in. And you can watch and listen on the Q92 Sports Facebook page and the Sam Bourquin Show page on Facebook as well. Our poll question today, with the Los Angeles Lakers out of the equation, where does LeBron James play his basketball next season? Where does he play? Golden State? Cleveland? Miami? Where does LeBron James play next year? Get your votes in on the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. You can hit me up on X and Facebook as well, or you can call in at 330-821-1310. Free agency, full go, full barrel, starts at 6:01 Eastern Daylight Time. 6:01 p.m. is when we can, start rolling.
It's when we could talk about all the decisions they've already made.
I sent you a piece on ESPN's Dave McManaman. I believe I'm gonna go ahead and have you play that. He kind of breaks down everything here a little bit, looks at the scenario, the situation, the fact that LeBron is home right now, the fact that LeBron was home in Akron when he told the Lakers he wasn't coming back. McManaman kind of leans into this narrative a little bit.
One sec. I did not have that downloaded.
So we'll pull that up here for you a little bit. Channing Frye, I just see he was on the Herd on Fox. He was asked about LeBron going to the Warriors. He says, quote, "That's just gross. It won't look right. This lineup, it's a men's 40 and over league. What are we doing?" Golden State still scares me because of some of the flexibility that they have now because of Draymond opting out of his deal. That's the only thing that worries me. But look, I said it. I'm sticking to it. LeBron James is coming back home, period. All right. Here's Dave McManaman chiming in on ESPN earlier today.
Cleveland as a potential destination, Dave.
Yeah. I mean, of all the places in the world where he could come to the conclusion that he was going to be leaving the Lakers and telling the Lakers he was going to be leaving, it just so happens to be Akron, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. And I'm not going to say that's all of the clues right there, but we have to read the tea leaves here. I know that several members of LeBron's kind of inner circle are going to meet him in Ohio this week. And I'm sure they continue to have a discussion about what the decision will be, but it could be the best situation right down the road from where he grew up, 45 minutes from Akron, with the Cavs for a third stint. And really, I've followed this guy now for 12 years around the country. I've seen different fan bases, different arenas.
Mm-hmm.
The only place that accepts him, embraces him, celebrates him for everything that he is Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
Dave McManaman, ESPN, talking about the possibility, the sense that it would make, the timing, the beauty of it, of LeBron coming back a second time with the Cavs. I think that this is so much more than just signing one final contract. There's so much here. There's so much to unwrap. Yes, there is a contract. You have to have a contract to play. Yes, there is money on that contract. You will be paid. This is not about that. This is about happiness. This is about a chance to come home again. And this is a chance to maybe win another championship. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he comes back and plays a year. Maybe he comes back and plays 2. Maybe they sign a 3-year deal with an option for a last year. Maybe like a retirement tour year, so to speak. I just think he's coming back. My resident Cleveland Browns fan looking at me like I've got 10 heads. You think he's coming back? You think he's going to Golden State?
I want him to come back.
Yeah?
Because I'm an Akron native. That's exactly what I would love to see. But the way the chips are falling, it's looking like Golden State.
Boo! Get him out of here. No, I'm kidding.
I feel like it's going to tarnish the entire 2016 NBA Finals if he goes.
Well, it would, as Channing Frye just said on Colin Cowherd's show, he says, LeBron James going to Golden State would look gross.
Yeah.
And I feel it.
Yeah.
I don't want that. That would be, I don't think he's going to, even with the Draymond thing,
even with
I just don't see it.
Saying that he wants to play with Steph Curry.
Here, follow me. LeBron James and Steph Curry were both born in Akron, Ohio. Bring them both.
Why doesn't Steph come to Akron?
Come on, come back. Steph, you come with him. Let's go. Folks, I'm telling you right now, there is only water in this bottle. There is no alcohol. Could you we're not even going to go down that road. But could you imagine? Hey, Steph. Where were you born, Steph? Were you born in Akron? Were we born in the same hospital? Come to Cleveland with me for a couple years. Let's see if we can do. Oh, my God. Oh, can you imagine? All right, I got to stop. 23 minutes past the hour. Phones are open, 330-821-1310. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more of the Sam Bourquin Show right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
Looking for a fresh way to explore downtown Canton? The new Canton Art Walk takes you beyond the artwork and into the stories that shaped our city. Discover colorful murals, public sculptures, local history, and the creative spirit, transforming downtown into an open-air gallery. Whether you're a lifelong resident or a first-time visitor, you'll see Canton in a whole new way. Presented by Arts and Start and Visit Canton. Guided tours begin in July. Reserve your spot today at CantonArtWalk.com. That's CantonArtWalk.com. Discover the art, uncover the stories, experience Canton.
Since day one of your child's life, you've been all hands in. At Cleveland Clinic Children's, we make our patients a very similar promise to be the hands you can trust, no matter what specialty care is needed. As Northeast Ohio's trusted children's hospital, when their health needs a helping hand, put their care in hands you trust. Learn more at clevelandclinicchildrens.org/hands.
This place has a pulse. You hear it in the canopy, feel it in the ground. Life, fully illuminated, engulfs you. From the birds singing in the treetops above to the tiniest insects in the soil below, you take a deep, cleansing breath, filling your lungs with the essence of the forest. Now, imagine it's all gone. Healthy, life-giving forests reduced to nothing. No singing birds, no lush canopy, and water and food in short supply around the world. Time is running out to protect our forests, and without our love, they can and will disappear. It's our choice. Love it or lose it. Help protect our forests. Visit World Wildlife Fund at wwf.org/love.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Where will LeBron James play next year? That's our poll question today. Golden State, Cleveland, Miami, other, 330-821-1310. You can get your comments in on the Q92 Radio YouTube channel or the Sam Bourquin Show page on Facebook. Ryan Nolan says he just joined Firestone Country Club. If that's any indication, he is coming back to Cleveland. Dean says, Sam, I'm hoping Gilbert can offer him a minority piece of the team. Fingers crossed. Patrick says, oh, it'd be funny to see him go full villain again and go to Miami on his last run. Dan Bell, Dan, says, Sam, he's not coming back to Cleveland. Oliver says he is Golden State bound. Diane says, hopefully Cleveland, but he'll probably end up in Golden State. Amber says he's coming back home to the land. Luann, I hope he comes back. I always thought he would return to Cleveland. I hope I'm right. Where does LeBron play next year? Get your comments in. We'll read them here on the air. We'll be with you until 6 o'clock tonight. NBA trade deadline, my goodness. Free agency opens up 6:01 Eastern Daylight Time. About an hour and a half from now, some of the dominoes maybe could start to fall. Kawhi Leonard, by the way, looks like this is 99.9% done. He is going back to the Toronto Raptors, where he won an NBA championship before. We'll give you the details on that trade because it was a pretty wild one. We'll get into that. All right, time for Sammy B's Best Bet. We do it at 4:29, Monday through Friday here on the show. We finally broke out of our funk last night. We gave you the over the 10.5 with the Athletics and the Los Angeles Dodgers last night. And we hit that one good. Dodgers 9, the Athletics 4. So we won that one easily last night. Tonight, this is a little bit of a roll of the dice, but I do it because last night's Mets-Blue Jays game finished at 2-1. Okay? And I don't think either pitcher tonight is going to be able to keep the other team's guys off the board enough for this thing to stay under. Plus, we got a good number tonight. We got 7.5. So we're going to take the New York Mets, who stink, by the way. We'll take on the Toronto Blue Jays in Toronto. The over-under is 7.5. We're going to go over. We're going to go over the total of 7.5, the Mets and the Blue Jays tonight in Toronto. That is Sammy's best bet of the night. The news and weather coming up next. Stay with us, everybody.
The latest news and the current Alliance area weather forecast are up next on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 4:30. A divided Supreme Court ruled Monday states could count mail-in ballots received after Election Day as long as they were postmarked by then. Case focused on a challenge to Mississippi's practice of accepting late-arriving ballots. 5-4 ruling affects approximately 30 states. The RNC and Mississippi Libertarian Party argued the state's law conflicted with 3 federal laws setting the date of the election. The court disagreed, holding voters just needed to cast their votes by Election Day. Alex Murdaugh was back in court Monday on charges he killed his wife and son. Murdaugh's murder convictions and life sentence were overturned last month by the South Carolina Supreme Court. Monday, a new judge laid out a timeline for hearings and set the retrial to start April 5th. After pleading guilty to stealing about $12 million from clients in his family's law firm, Murdaugh serving a 40-year federal sentence at the same time as a 27-year state sentence. Jury convicted Murdaugh of 2 counts of murder in 2023. While admitting he's a thief, insurance cheat, and longtime opioid addict, Murdaugh has adamantly denied the killings. Some 34,000 asylum seekers who invoked the European Convention on Human Rights to stay in the UK last year will leave a $6.5 billion bill to be paid by the British taxpayer over the course of their lifetimes. The Daily Telegraph notes the revelation marks the first calculation of its time from the Home Office, which estimated £141,000 cost per migrant over their lifetime, which takes into account, quote, the fact that they would pay taxes. And some British taxpayers will collectively have to pay about £4.9 billion for the net costs, education, welfare, and pensions granted to said migrants. Per the Telegraph, researchers said the amount is an underestimate, as it does not account for family members. The government of Venezuela has documented over 1,400 people killed by twin earthquakes last week, over 3,000 injured, potentially upwards of 50,000 missing. Venezuela suffered the earthquakes, magnitudes 7.2 and 7.5 Wednesday night, devastating La Guaira state and parts of the capital, Caracas, resulting in large numbers of collapsed buildings and destruction of what remained of the dilapidated Venezuelan power grid. After over 25 years of socialism, the country does not have a functional healthcare system or emergency services, and early videos showed victims using flashlights on their cell phones as emergency gear as they try to peer into rubble to find anyone trapped. A pair of illegal aliens from Venezuela sentenced in Texas to a combined 32 years in prison for child sex trafficking. Giannis Alexandra Fernandez and Nelson Perez Martinez were sentenced after having been found guilty of conspiracy to traffic a child and transportation of a child with the intent to engage in criminal sexual activity. Perez Martinez was also convicted of benefiting from child sex trafficking, as well as aiding and abetting coercion and enticement. Perez Martinez received 20 years. The Department of Homeland Security said he was apprehended at the border in Texas in 2023 and subsequently released into the country. Ramirez Fernandez was sentenced to 12 and a half years in prison. 93 degrees at 4:33 for WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Meteorologist Mark Johnson has the latest forecast on AM 1310 WDPN.
Heat advisory today through Thursday at 8 p.m. It's going to be hot, 94 degrees today. A feels like temp of 103 under a partly cloudy sky. Overnight, partly cloudy skies on the way. Our low 75. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
Welcome back to the show, 1310 WDPN, almost 35 minutes past the hour. Phone lines open, 330-821-1310. I reached out to the television play-by-play voice of the Cleveland Guardians, Matt Underwood, yesterday, see if he'd come on the show this week. Just got a return text. Sammy, I'm off this series, but I'm back on Thursday. Let's shoot for Friday at 4:35. No, I feel we're not going to be on Friday, so I got to get back to Matt and try to work him in maybe next week. We haven't talked a lot of guards ball here lately. We talk about them here and there every day. We keep you in touch with the lineups, the pitching, some of the stats, the streaks, and stuff like that. We haven't taken a deep dive, at least for a couple of weeks, so I want to get Maddie on maybe early next week and we could talk some Guardians baseball. Coming up here a little bit, just to kind of change things a little, sleeper teams for college football's national championship. Get some interesting teams and odds to maybe win the Natty coming up, and we'll run those down for you here in just a little bit. But LeBron James has told the LA Lakers he will not be coming back. I was just talking to our guy J-Dub down the hall at Q92. We obviously we're both riveted and following and re-clicking and tapping and refreshing. Polymarket has Golden State at a 42% chance to land LeBron. The Cavaliers have just shot up to 38%. It wasn't that high a couple hours ago. Now, look, you can't put all your faith in the Polymarket and Kalshi, in the Vegas books and the sports. But trust me when I tell you this, they have a better idea than everybody else. Okay? They have a better idea than everybody else. Who is going to play for who, where they're going to land. So keep your eyes close to that. Follow the numbers, if you will. In the meantime, I have said LeBron James is coming back. I've guaranteed he's coming back starting last week. Am I a little uneasy? Am I a little worried? Yes. But I think he's still coming back to play here. And I figured I could just kind of do my part a little bit and, well, go back and listen to some riveting LeBron James Cleveland Cavalier highlights, especially the first time around with the Cavs. And I thought we would dial some of those up right here. It just kind of gets you in the mood, gets you excited, maybe use a little 1310 karma to bring the kid from Akron back home again.
Switching, here's Pierce again. A Smith screen. Posey will defend. Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life.
Whoa. Boy, he has not been able to get in the lane, but man, oh man, what a punctuating quarter game. Oh, yeah! He did it again. Fox. The steal by James. 2-on-1. Here's McGinnis with a high dribble. Oh! Yes, and the foul. My goodness. They get it to LeBron. Turiaf's on him at 3 and 2. LeBron to win the game. He does!
Take and make the big shots. They can miss all game long, but when it comes to crunch time, they dig down.
James. Oh, what a shot for LeBron James. Oh, my. Now, Duncan rotated in to help out on that. But LeBron James, Patterson falls down, so James backs up, hits the 3. Off the turnover, here comes Delonte. He's got that 23 guy with him. LeBron throws it down after the whistle. Unless they change their minds. Lewis gets it to LeBron for 3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer as the Cavaliers have pulled it off to tie the series. And what a miraculous shot by James.
That is one of my all-time favorite shots by LeBron James. It was against the Orlando Magic. Hit that 3 at the top of the game. Marv, bring it back. The golden tones of Marv Albert with the call on TNT that I was at that game. I was at that game that night. And I will never forget that. That was game 2 of a series. And we went on to lose that series, by the way. But that was as electric and loud as I had ever heard that arena in Cleveland the night LeBron hit that 3 against the Orlando Magic. I'm just trying to lay the groundwork. Maybe some of LeBron's peeps are listening on the stream right now if they're up in Akron. Maybe they're tuned in. Anybody talking about our guy today, Bron? Hey, what's he talking about? You can't help it if you hear those highlights. You can't help but wish and hope that he comes back home for one more run. Just give us one more run, LeBron. Give me a couple years. Slide that number 23 uniform back on. Wine and gold. One more time. Just give me a 2-year contract. We'll figure it out. We will figure things out. I do love the fact that the poly market numbers are jumping in Cleveland's favor, by the way. I do like that. Coming up here in a little bit, we're going to play you the 2014 Cleveland Cavaliers starting lineup. Whew, man, chills every time. And that was 2014. That was 12 years ago. That wasn't even the championship season. But, oh, man, it's fun to go down that. It's fun to go down that alley again. Believe you me. Poll question of the day. Where do you think LeBron goes? Where is he going to play next year? Golden State, Cleveland, Miami? Or other? More from Dave McMenamin. LeBron James has instructed Rich Paul to talk to everyone around the league who is interested in him playing for them and to come back to him with the options are so he can make his decision. A source with James telling ESPN. This could all be window dressing. This could be all window dressing. Let's just go with, let's do the dog and pony show again. Let's make it look like we've got 8 to 10 to 12 suitors. Let's talk to everybody. Let's make everybody think they've got a shot. But maybe he'll come to realize that, you know what, there is no place like home again. It's where it all started. It's where it all started. Why shouldn't it be where it plays out? Why shouldn't it be? Why shouldn't the kid from St. Vincent St. Mary, who played for the Cavs, played for the Heat, played for the Cavs, played for the Lake, why shouldn't he come back home? One more run. And when I say one more run, 2-year deal. 2-year deal, maybe an option for a third. Come on back, Bron. Let's make it happen again. Let's do it again. Would it be a crescendo like it was the first time he came back? Probably not. But as the time would go on, if he would come back and you start to see things happen and you start to believe maybe he is the missing link and you couple that with a farewell tour that would come at some point. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I've already thought about the last time he walks off the floor in Cleveland in a Cavs uniform. The final time, because it's going to happen. Can't play forever. I thought about what that's going to be like. I thought about what it's going to be like when he walks off the court for the final time in Madison Square Garden in a Cavs uniform. At Crypto.com Arena in LA, in Miami, in Dallas, in Portland, in Minnesota, in San Antonio. I've thought about it, but I've really thought about it watching him, and gosh, I hope I'm there. Probably won't be able to afford it, but I would love to be there to see him walk off the floor the last time. What do you think that ovation would be like? They would have to stop the game for a half an hour. You think I'm crazy? They would have to literally stop the game for a half hour because of the ovation. The hugs, the tears, the laughs, the smiles, the scoreboard, the confetti. I've thought about what that would be like, and I get chills just thinking about it. And I don't want that day coming yet. I want a couple more years from the big fella to come back and play for the Cavs. And as I said when we kind of opened up the show today, look at the Cavs roster with, Donovan and Jarrett and Evan and Max Strus and Keon Ellis and Dennis Schroeder and Tyson and Dean Wade, James Harden. Put LeBron on that team, put it on that roster as it stands. I know it may look a little different, but put him on that roster, and you tell me who the best player is. Look at the stat line. Look at what everybody brings to the table as far as their game is concerned, and you tell me who the best player is.
Got a new texter on the text line who asks if he says, who has the best chance to win a title with LeBron, the Cavs or the Warriors? If I were him, I'd be going to the Warriors.
Okay, well, you would have LeBron, Steph, Draymond would come in at a cheaper price, so you'd have Draymond, Steph, LeBron. Who else would you have? Who else would you have? How deep can that team go? Look at the Cavs roster. Look at the Golden State Warrior roster. Golden State, you got to climb through Denver, the Spurs, and Oklahoma City. Better, but I still think it's a little bit more wide open if you look at the grand picture of things. Knicks will be there. Yep. Who knows what the Celtics will look like if Jaylen Brown will be there, Jason Tatum. Pacers will be better with Halliburton coming back. Bulls will be better. Pistons will be better. Miami will be better. But I still think if you got to chop your way through the West, man, I think that's a lot more to grind your way through than the East. At least for right now. Ohio State Hoops Insider on X, where it says, "Come home, LeBron." They got him in a Ohio State uniform with his red headband. I like it. That's our poll question of the day. Where do you think LeBron James plays next season? What do you think? Cavs, Warriors, Heat, somebody else? 330-821-1310. Get your comments in on the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Where does LeBron James end up? The numbers are starting to show that the Cavaliers have a really good chance. Golden State looks like they're the front runner. Cavs look to be a really close number 2. And then Miami would be number 3.
Got Frank on the 1310 to talk to you.
Let's go to Frank. You're on the Sam Bourquin Show. Frank, good afternoon. How you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing great, Sam. I think I'm pretty sure that LeBron's going to come to the Cavs.
Yeah, I think you're right. I know you're right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not a fan of it. And, with LeBron, first of all, we have to bring Bronny with us, and Bronny's not an NBA player.
No. Well, you might end up getting Bryce, too.
Yeah, and that's what I mean.
And he's better than Bronny, but yeah.
Nepotism in the NBA.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. I get it. Yep.
And then the other thing is, this has been a team, and I think Donovan Mitchell is the leader of this team. I don't know how they're going to react with him in there. I don't know how that's going to work out.
Yeah, I've thought about that too, because Donovan's the face of the franchise. It has been for the last couple of years. You wonder what that would be like. You wonder if there's been conversations there. How would he feel about it? How would that affect him moving forward when he wants to re-up and do a new deal? Yeah, there's a lot going on here, Frank. There's a lot more than meets the eye, for sure.
Yeah, and the other team that potentially, even though I don't think they have enough for LeBron to go back, but maybe he'd go back to Miami.
Yeah, well, they got Giannis and they got Andrew Wiggins. That's a pretty good 1-2 punch. But you're right. I don't think they have enough. I
don't think they have enough either.
No.
And so I do believe LeBron will come back, and maybe it'll be a great thing. I don't really know. I just hope it doesn't upset the apple cart. But why shouldn't it? We haven't won, so let's bring him in, see what happens.
And at the end of the day, like I said, if you're going to add a piece to this Cavaliers team, who else would you rather add? And I know he's 41 years old, but he'd still be the best or second best player on the team. I say let's go.
All right. Well, I'd like to have Jaylen Brown, but I guess I can get it.
You never know. You never know. Hey, Frank, it's good to hear from you. Take care, okay?
All right, you too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
There you go. Frank checking in with us here on the Sam Bourquin Show, 1310 WDPN. Yeah, there's also that crowd that they don't necessarily want LeBron to come back, but they think that he will. But I think everybody will kind of warm up to it when it happens. Notice I said when, not if. Free agency gets rocking at 6:01 Eastern Daylight Time. It's a little more than an hour from now. By the way, if you did miss it, another big deal today. Kawhi Leonard looks like he is going back to the Toronto Blue Jays. That would be something, wouldn't it? Now batting for the Blue Jays. Looks like he's going to go back and play for the Raptors.
He's going to do the Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Looks like he's going to go play for the Raptors. It looks like a trade could be finalized here very soon. 52 minutes past the hour. We'll take a break. 330-821-1310. Don't forget you can watch and listen live to the show Monday through Friday here on WDPN, on the WDPN Facebook page, X page, the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Keep those comments coming. We'll take a break and come back.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-498-2098 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-498-2098 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-498-2098 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
For many of our brave service members, the battle never ends. The American Humane Society is dedicated to supporting our heroes, both human and canine. Through their Pups for Patriots program, specially trained service dogs are provided to military veterans or retired first responders at no cost. American Humane Society also reunites retired military working dogs with their handlers, heroes who served on the front line. American Humane Society is there, ensuring that no hero is left behind. Donate today at AmericanHumane.org.
Where does your generosity to mercy ships go? To a small village in Sierra Leone, to the eyes of a mother, to an operating room, the healing, the anxious wait, until finally, a beautiful smile. To a port in Madagascar, into the hands of a surgeon, to the eyes of the MRI technician, the scalpel, the monitor, the post-op, and finally, a mirror, a tumor removed, replaced by tears of joy. To a small fishing village in Africa, to the hopes of a boy, to his dreams of playing soccer, to the hands of a surgeon, the long recovery, until one day, the joy of finally being part of the team. Where does your generosity go? Wherever mercy does.
$1310 WDPN, the Sam Bourquin Show, back. Got about 5 minutes or so before we get you to the top of the hour news and weather. All right, let's see here. Jake Hurricane on X just wrapped up a round with LeBron at Firestone. We talked a lot of golf, absolutely nothing basketball related. And there's a picture of Jake and LeBron. This looks real to me. Rainsburg, I'll show it to you. It looks real, doesn't it?
Seems legit.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, LeBron has really taken a liking to golf here lately. He didn't even mess with golf when he broke into the NBA. Even when he was down with Miami, and I don't think he messed around with golf at all. Now it's like he's out at Firestone almost every day. Courtesy of Greg Swartz, the Cavs are $18.1 million below the luxury tax. They can sign LeBron to the full $15 million mid-level exemption now. However, that only leaves $11.7 million under the first apron, where they would be capped to sign Harden plus to fill out the roster. Moving Max Strus at $16 million and Schroeder at $14.8 million is a must. Yes, you have to move both of those guys. That'll get you a little bit over $30 million. Get out from underneath that. That's a must. All right. Told you I was going to play you the starting lineup for the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is from 2014. as Ahmad Crump, the arena hype man for the Cavaliers, gets the crowd ready and introduces the wine and gold. This is going back to 2014.
Starting at one guard from Duke University, number 2, Kyrie Irving. Starting at the other guard from Syracuse, number 3, Dion Waiters. He's starting at center from Brazil, number 17, the Wild Man, Anderson Varejão. He's done that one forward from UCLA, number 0, Kevin Love. From St. Vincent, St. Mary High School, in Akron, Ohio, number 23, LeBron James.
Bring it back one more time. And audio courtesy of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Tell me you don't want to go up to Rocket Arena and hear that again. Watch that play out again. Come on, you know you do. You know you do. Let's go. Make it happen. Make the money work. Come on back for a third ride on the lake. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. We'll take a break. News and weather coming up here at the top of the hour. Clint Marshall ready to go with your news. Mark Johnson with all your weather. Get you caught up with what's going on in your world. We got 2 hours in. One more big hour to go. And don't forget, NBA free agency starts to cook at 6:01 Eastern Daylight Time. The news is next.
An important part of the Alliance community since 1953. You're listening to AM 1310, WDPN Alliance.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The Supreme Court rejecting President Trump's efforts to rescind birthright citizenship, affirming babies born in the U.S. are U.S. citizens under the 14th Amendment. More from ABC's Devin Dwyer.
This is something that every lower court that has looked at it has struck down or sided against President Trump. So in that sense, it's not that monumental, but it is significant given the political significance to President Trump and what he has put into this case, lobbying the justices on social media, attending those arguments in person.
In another case, justices ruled to uphold a lower court ban on trans athletes from playing on high school teams for women and girls. The race to find more survivors continues in Venezuela following the double earthquakes, nearly 2,000 now confirmed dead and more than 10,000 injured. GOP Congressman Tom Kaine Jr. of New Jersey returning to Congress following a 4-month absence due to a medical issue. He told lawmakers he was hospitalized with depression. This is ABC News.
Progressive presents perfectly bad excuses for missing stuff to spend more time on your motorcycle.
Hey, Tom, gonna miss the 5K. Gotta organize my vitamins. A, B, C. There's so many. D.
Now that was a bad excuse. If you love your vehicle this much, get customized coverage from Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 26th through July 6th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Now, the latest Alliance area news from Clint Marshall on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 5:02. Heat index values could climb as high as 107 degrees across Ohio. The National Weather Service has issued an extreme heat warning from noon today until 8 p.m. Thursday. Officials urge residents to stay hydrated, avoid prolonged time outdoors, and check on those most vulnerable to the heat. Cooling centers open in Alliance during normal hours at Rodman Public Library on East Broadway Street, the Salvation Army on West Main Street from 9 to 3, and the Alliance Commons on South Linden Avenue from 9 to 5. SARTA offering free rides to the cooling sites through the Cornerstone Transit Center. Preliminary findings point to carbon monoxide poisoning and the deaths of 2 people found inside a vehicle in North Canton Sunday morning. Police say officers responded shortly before 11 to a report of a suspicious car with its engine running at Eastwoods Park. A 22-year-old woman and 24-year-old man were pronounced dead at the scene. Their names have not been released. The Starr County coroner continued to investigate. Investigators say there were no signs of foul play. Starr County grand jury now has the case against a man accused in a violent assault in Canton. The case of 20-year-old John Range was bound over Thursday following a status conference in municipal court. He remains held on a $1 million bond. Range faces charges including attempted murder and felonious assault. He's accused of knocking down and beating a 63-year-old man at Walnut Avenue, 9th Street Northeast, June 20th. The victim was critically injured. Alliance set to celebrate America's 250th 4th of July with music, food, and fireworks downtown. The event at Miller Pavilion begins at 4 with the John Hampu Band, food trucks, and activities from the Alliance Parks and Recreation Department. Free Living History concert recreating the Alliance City Band will also be featured with fireworks to close out the celebration. Warner Pacific University has named Malone University Provost Dr. Christina Schneiders as its president effective August 1st. She served 19 years in leadership roles at Malone. Her husband, Refuge of Hope Ministries CEO Scott Schneiders, is stepping down from that organization as the family relocates to Portland, Oregon. The board has named Ed Laubacher interim CEO. Schneiders will stay on as an advisor for 1 year. He's led Refuge of Hope since 2024. Agent Aiton Hutton man expected to face multiple charges after a police chase ended with a crash. The pursuit began Monday after an officer tried to stop the 26-year-old for speeding. Investigators say he struck a police cruiser, crashed into trees, ran to his home, and then returned with his father and surrendered. Charges are expected to include fleeing and eluding, assault, and speeding. The denial of an annexation involving the city of Salem will stand after the Ohio Supreme Court declined to hear the case. The city sought to overturn lower court rulings that backed Columbiana County commissioners who found property on Beechwood Road in Perry Township was not contiguous to the city and cannot be annexed for water and sewer service. With the high court declining jurisdiction, the lower court decision remains in effect. Man wanted on a felony warrant is in custody in Wellsville. The Columbiana County Drug Task Force says Van Lamar Evans allegedly tried to flee and fought with agents before being arrested. Investigators say Evans threw a package containing about 72 grams of suspected fentanyl from his vehicle just before the stop. Agents also seized more than $2,200 in cash. A proposed settlement is moving forward in the federal hazing case involving Ursuline High School. New court filings show the Catholic Diocese of Youngstown and the high school are now included in settlement negotiations, while Mahoning County Probate Court handles approval and distribution of any settlement funds. Lawsuit stems from alleged hazing during a 2025 football team trip and related Title IX claims. Federal case remains on hold with a status conference scheduled for July 20th. Youngstown police investigating a shooting that left a woman injured early Sunday. Officers say a woman pulled up to a patrol car on South Avenue around 5, covered in blood, and reporting she'd been shot in the face. She was taken to a hospital. Investigators say the woman and a man in another vehicle were shot at after leaving a downtown area event. No suspect information has been released. The Ohio Division of Financial Institutions has issued a consumer alert to Ohioans who have used cryptocurrency ATM kiosks operated by Bitcoin Depot. Consumers could be eligible to seek compensation for outstanding funds. Bitcoin Depot Operating LLC filed for bankruptcy in May and shut down its network of ATMs. The company operated in 33 states, including Ohio. Bitcoin Depot processed over 10,000 individual transactions in the state across at least 50 machines in the past year. Any Ohioan believes they might have been impacted is encouraged to file a claim. Consumers urged to gather receipts, transaction records, and supporting documentation before filing a claim. We have the following funeral announcement. Private service will be held at a later date for 81-year-old Karen Haydett Abney of Alliance. Arrangements by Sheriff Sterling Skivalaki. 93 degrees at 5:07. This is the local edition of WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
This weather is brought to you by Grove Appliance Furniture and Mattress. Local, trusted, and family-owned for 90 years. With a huge selection of appliances, furniture, and mattresses to go with unmatched customer service. Heat advisory today through Thursday at 8 p.m. It's going to be hot, 94 degrees today. It feels like temp of 103 under a partly cloudy sky. Overnight, partly cloudy skies on the way. Our low 75. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
Rediscover the comfort of home with Grove Appliance Furniture and Mattress, your hometown spot for comfort, quality, and style. From sleek new appliances that make life easier to furniture that actually fits the way you live, Grove helps you create a space that feels like home. And with hundreds of fabric options, you can make it completely your own. Don't forget about their design center. If you're looking for a complete overhaul, they can help you with all of it, from cabinets and countertops to backsplashes and sleek appliances. Their local team takes time to find out exactly what you need. No pressure, no guessing, just honest advice and real service. And if you're upgrading on a budget, check out Grove's Scratch and Dent Room, where small imperfections mean big savings on top brands. Because when your home feels right, everything else just works. Grove Appliance Furniture and Mattress. Hometown comfort. Made simple.
Come see us at Grove, where it always feels like home.
Live from the AM 1310 WDPN studio, it's time for live and local sports talk. It's the Sam Bourquin Show.
I'm ready.
Give the show a call at 330-821-1310.
Good call, meatball.
Watch the Sam Bourquin Show on the AM 1310 Facebook page, the Q92 YouTube page, and on X. This is the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN.
Pitch. And he swings and he lifts one high in the air. Deep left field, headed to the bleachers. Home run, Gabriel Arias.
The fastball. This is hooked to left field, and it's going to get down for a base hit and pass Soto to the wall. Springer around second, and now the ball is dropped, and Springer is coming around to score.
Vaughn into left center. Myers back. And he reaches up. He makes the catch and hammers into the wall. Oh, my goodness gracious. He is down. He held on to the baseball, and he is in a world of pain. There's some slug. Loud noises. Saya, deep left. It is back. Leaping play, struck by Bowen. Cubs win.
A lot of great baseball last night. Guardians struggle. They'll get back on the horse tonight, 7:10. Check at 6:40. Guards and Rangers, downtown Cleveland. Tanner Bybee on the bump tonight for the Guardians. Welcome in, everybody. It is the Sam Bourquin Show. This is hour 3. Good to be with you on this very warm and steamy end of June Tuesday. Phone lines are wide open, 330-821-1310. That's 330-821-1310. Don't forget, you can always watch and listen to the show on the WDPN Facebook page, our X page, the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Sam Bourquin Show. Poll question of the day. Where does LeBron James play this coming season? Where does he play? The Lakers are out. He has told the Lakers he is not coming back to play for them. Is it the Cleveland Cavaliers? Could it be the Golden State Warriors? Do the Miami Heat weasel their way back in? Where does LeBron James play this coming season? Get your comments in. Q92 Radio YouTube channel in the chat. You can text them in at 330-944-5179.
Matthew on Facebook says, come on, get LeBron James back to the Cavs. We need him. He also wants to remind everybody to drink plenty of water because it's going to be hot.
That's right. Matthew, you're 2 for 2, buddy.
You were on point today.
Yes, the Cavaliers do need him. And yes, drink plenty of water.
He also says, if I don't hear from you this week, you have a great 4th of July. So thank you, Matthew.
All right.
You too. We won't be here on the 4th.
We will not be here on the 4th. We will not be here on the 3rd.
Nope.
So we'll be here tomorrow, and we'll be here Thursday. But no show on Friday. And then we'll be back Monday. Whew. Then you know what happens after the 4th of July usually in Ohio, especially central Ohio and northeast Ohio? People have this, I can't explain it. It's like once the 4th of July holiday passes and then a couple more days go by, everybody immediately turns their thought to football. Let's slow down on that. let's slow down on that a little bit, okay? It'll be here before you know it. Let's relax. Let's enjoy summer. Let's enjoy the baseball. Let's enjoy the weather, the outdoors, the mowing, the swimming, the patio parties.
You know what?
Let's slow down on the football. Getting here so fast.
I got you with that as well. What app did I think I got on? It was either HBO or Amazon. I hopped on the other day to watch something, and it had a big banner across the top that said Christmas in July. And I immediately threw up in my mouth because I said, get out of here with that.
Yeah, that's right.
Christmas is for the month of December.
Right.
Period.
You know how many businesses still do that?
Oh, my God.
I literally cringe when I see the phrase Christmas in July.
At least Amazon has the decency to just call it Prime Day.
I mean, come on. Let's enjoy each day, every minute. Everything will be here when it gets here.
You're skipping two holidays between now and then.
Right. Come on.
Right now you're skipping the 4th too.
Let's slow down here. Slow down. Slow it down. 330-821-1310 is our number. Where does LeBron James play next year? That's our poll question of the day. Cavs, Golden State, Miami. LeBron James has instructed Rich Paul and all the people to talk to as many teams as they can, as many teams that have kind of thrown their hat in the ring again. LeBron, I guess, has said, talk to them, see what they got, see what the plan is, get back to me, and I'll figure things out. I'll sort through everything. How long do you think this will go? There's no way in the world that this goes as long as the last two, right?
I don't know.
Like the original decision when he left the first time to go to Miami, it's not going to drag out that long. And then the time when he came back to Cleveland, it was just he put the release out on Sports Illustrated. Very simply, I'm coming home. That was it. I wonder how long it's going to take. I wonder how. And look, I pared this poll question down to 3 teams because that's who I believe is in the running. It's Cleveland, Golden State, Miami. I don't think anybody else is truly in the running. They may think they are. They may say they are, but I wouldn't put a whole lot of stock into some of these other teams trying to come in through the back door. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Michael says, Sam, hopefully LeBron does not come back. Amber, coming back to the land. Yes. Where does LeBron James play next year? Jeff says, I heard he was going to Sandy Valley. Dana, I'm going to say the Warriors. I hope I'm wrong. Travis says, stay away from Cleveland. Ryan says, Miami or Golden State, but hopefully the Cavaliers. Praying emoji. John says, Cavs. Tim says he ruins team chemistry. Maybe he'll back to Miami.
What team chemistry?
Jeff Harlow says, I would love to see him back in Cleveland. Mike says he's not what he was or even close. Would not make a difference with him being here. Oh, I disagree.
Yeah, I'm not saying the Cavs didn't have chemistry, but they certainly didn't have a lot of it in the postseason. Maybe maybe regular season there was some chemistry and they were doing some stuff. They forgot all of that in the postseason.
LeBron would have been an incredible difference maker if he was on the Cavs in the playoffs last year.
Full stop, 100%.
I'm not saying he's going to get 35 a game. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's going to play 48 minutes. I'd be a fool to say that.
We don't need him to do either of those things anyway.
No, we don't.
Need somebody to make up for all the balls hardened drops.
Robert says, LeBron, please stay in California. Matthew says, can LeBron just retire already? James, from a selfish point of view, my favorite sport is watching people hate on LeBron. So let's hope he comes back. Where does LeBron play next year? Cavs, Warriors, Heat, 330-821-1310. Get your text in. Get your comments in the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Trying to see if anything else has been put out on X. Like every 2 seconds, there's just so much stuff that's going out. This from Chris Fedor from Cleveland.com. Despite the LeBron James news and Cavs being interested, sources tell Cleveland.com that Cleveland has remained engaged in conversations with free agent Dean Wade about the possibility of him returning. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar getting on social media today. Former Laker great. one of the best basketball players of all time. Says, at King James, LeBron was a winner on and off the floor. Laker fans should appreciate his performance for the last 8 years. If LeBron goes home to Cleveland, it won't matter if they win the world championship or not, because his hometown fans will get their opportunity to say goodbye to one of the greatest ever. Who knows? Maybe he'll run for mayor of the city one day. Kareem? Was Kareem listening to this show last hour? What did I say? If LeBron James would come back to Cleveland and they didn't win a championship in another year or two, that's not the end-all, be-all. The end-all, be-all is the actual ending itself. We would all love another title. Heck yeah, we would. It's been 10 years. I think we're in a position to do so.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, this is how the book is supposed to end. This is how the final chapter is written. It's coming full circle again, and for the final time. That's what this would be all about. A championship would be icing on the cake. But this is all about getting a chance to watch maybe the best ever. That argument will go on forever. Who's the greatest of all time?
I mean,
but to watch him walk off the floor in a Cavs uniform for the last time, isn't that what this is all about? At the end of the day, at the end of the 1-year contract, at the end of the 2-year contract, at the end of the 3-year contract. That's what this is all about. A chip is icing. Another parade, icing on the cake.
They're going to have a parade either way. If we win a championship or not, LeBron retiring is going to be a parade.
They might. Can you imagine if LeBron comes back, wins another title, and we run the parade back again? Probably do it a little differently now because we know how to do it.
We're going to look like New York City after the Knicks won.
Imagine LeBron and his wife, Savannah, and his daughter, and Bryce and Bronny in the car coming down Euclid Avenue with the confetti falling. You imagine that? Hey, dare to dream. 330-821-1310. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get your calls. We'll get your emails. We'll get your texts. We'll play you some more LeBron vintage highlights from over the years. and we'll roll on. Stay cool, everybody. It's hot out. 1310 WDPN.
AWP Safety, North America's leading traffic safety company, is hiring traffic control flaggers, and they need you. Join AWP as a protector for steady work and an important job keeping people safe. They offer paid training, certification, referral bonuses, and advancement opportunities. To apply, visit jobs.awpsafety.com. That's jobs.awpsafety.com.
Looking for a fresh way to explore downtown Canton? The new Canton Art Walk takes you beyond the artwork and into the stories that shaped our city. Discover colorful murals, public sculptures, local history, and the creative spirit, transforming downtown into an open-air gallery. Whether you're a lifelong resident or a first-time visitor, you'll see Canton in a whole new way. Presented by Arts and Star and Visit Canton. Guided tours begin in July. Reserve your spot today at CantonArtWalk.com. That's CantonArtWalk.com. Discover the art, uncover the stories, experience Canton.
Hi, I'm Kristen Bell. As a mom, I want my kids to have full bellies, big dreams, and all the energy in the world to chase them. That is what I want for all kids. But right now, millions of kids in America are living with hunger. That means too many children are going without the meals they need to thrive. And that's just not okay. But the good news is this is a problem that we can all solve. No Kid Hungry works every day in schools, in communities, and during the summertime to make sure kids have healthy meals all year round. That's why I support No Kid Hungry. So let's do this. Let's give all the kids the chance to grow up healthy and strong.
To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Get it, CeeLo. Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show, 25 minutes past 5. Phones are open, 330-821-1310. Q92 Radio YouTube channel. The chat room is wide open. Get some good comments in there today. Keep those coming in. NBA free agency begins at 6:01 Eastern. It's in about 35 minutes from now. LeBron James has already informed the Lakers he will not be coming back. So push them to the side. They're out. Cavs, Warriors, Heat. Where does LeBron end up? Keep those comments coming in. Other side of the break, we'll play some more LeBron vintage highlights for you. Guardians in action against the Texas Rangers tonight, 6:40 at Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland. Tanner Bybee is going to be on the mound tonight for Cleveland. Guardians last night, again, frustrating. Had guys on base all night. Couldn't get them in. They fall by the score of 6-3. 10 hits last night. Scored 3 runs. Parker Messick didn't have a great night last night. Went 6 2/3. 8 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned. Struck out 5. Didn't walk anybody. I don't know how many pitches he threw last night. I was trying to find that out. It looked like he got a little tired. 6th into the 7th. And that's where they pulled him. That's when Stephen Vogt came out and got him after 6 2/3. It looked like I don't know, maybe it was just getting a little bit warm. He looked like he started to, like it went quick because he did give up 1 in the 6th and was charged for for 2 in the 7th. Then he also gave up one, obviously, in the top of the 4th. But it looked like he kind of – and Parker, there's a lot going on there when he's quick, right? There's not a lot of wasted time. He throws it, gets the ball, gets the sign, throws it, lather, rinse, repeat. He doesn't really give himself a time to take a breath. Maybe he was using a little extra last night, and I think it kind of wore him out. But we'll see if we can turn it around tonight. What do you say? 6:40 first pitch. Jacob deGrom, Tanner Bybee. Downtown Cleveland Progressive Field, first pitch is all set for 6:40. Yeah, we might as well scoreboard watch tonight. Or might as well, right? White Sox will be in Baltimore to take on the Orioles. Chicago won again last night. Updated standings. Chicago 44-39. A full game in front of the Guardians, who are 44 and 41. Twins just kind of hanging around 41 and 45. They are 4.5 games back. Come on, Guards. Let's get back on the win column tonight. On this day in sports history, 1962, Dodgers pitcher Sandy Koufax pitched his first no-hitter in a game against the New York Mets. Sandy Koufax could probably come back today and throw a hitter against the New York Mets. 1970, the Reds moved to their brand new home, Riverfront Stadium. On this day in 1984, the longest pro football game took place in the United States. It was the USFL. The LA Express beat the Michigan Panthers 27-21. The game took 93 minutes and 33 seconds. The game was played at the LA Memorial Coliseum in front of around 3,000 people. And on this day in 1978, a little This Week in Baseball style with our man, the late, great Mel Allen, talking about Willie McCovey hitting his 500th career home run.
A 500th career home run for Willie McCovey, earning him this week's Gillette Special. McCovey is only the 12th man in history to hit 500, and no other player is likely to reach that milestone for at least 7 years. Congratulations, Willie. And that's it for this week. Hope to see you next week, folks, on This Week in Baseball.
Oh, yeah. Turn back the clock there, Mel Allen, a little twib This Week in Baseball, and Willie McCovey hit number 500 on this day in sports history. The news and weather are next.
Here's the latest news on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 5:30. U.S. envoys arrived in Qatar for meetings with mediators working to negotiate an end to the war with Iran. President Trump's Special Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner flew to Qatar today following a weekend of crossfire in the Persian Gulf over efforts to reopen the Strait of Hormuz to commercial ships. A spokesman for Qatar's foreign ministry says the U.S. delegation won't have any direct negotiations with Iranian diplomats, but Iran is sending representatives to the Qatari capital of Doha this week, opening the possibility for mediators to pass messages between the two sides. Clarification follows conflicting statements over whether direct talks would take place. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said Monday Iran has requested a meeting this week, so Special Envoy Witkoff and Jared Kushner will fly to Doha this week as we continue to discuss the Memorandum of Understanding. The Supreme Court upheld a broad conception of birthright citizenship. The justices in a New Hampshire case Tuesday relied on an understanding of the 14th Amendment adopted after the Civil War and more recent federal laws ruling anyone born in the country as a citizen with limited exceptions. President's restrictions have been blocked by several lower courts. Court upholding state laws barring males from playing on female school athletic teams. Court's majority ruled Tuesday state bans in Idaho and West Virginia don't violate the Constitution and uphold Title IX, which prohibits sex discrimination in education. More than 24 other states have adopted bans on males and female athletics. 6 people killed Monday after a gunman opened fire in northern Germany. Shooting occurred in the town of Stade, west of Hamburg, at a facility that provides services and temporary housing for pregnant women and young mothers with children. 45-year-old man had a scheduled appointment at the facility to visit his 3-month-old child and discuss custody options with the mother. He then opened fire in the building where the child and mother were inside. The man of Turkish descent. All 6 victims were employees of the center, 4 women and 2 men. Vladimir Putin said Monday Moscow was not interested in negotiations with Ukraine and was intent on completing its aims of seizing 4 Ukrainian regions. Vladimir Zelensky published an open letter to Putin June 4th proposing a face-to-face meeting, calling for a full ceasefire for the duration of the talks. In his interview with journalist Pavel Zarubin, Russian leaders made it clear he's not ready for negotiations. He said given their catastrophic shortage of personnel, the Ukrainian armed forces apparently believe this could be their salvation. But saving the Kyiv regime, it's not part of our plans. Putin said recent Ukrainian drone attacks deep inside Russia were aimed at diverting our attention and forces from achieving the main directives. President Trump directed federal officials to expand Americans' access to automobile parts and allow independent repairs during a White House ceremony Monday. The president emphasized cost savings for Americans who can repair their vehicles and choose parts manufactured by third parties. According to the order, a dependency on authorized dealers and repair shops limited competition and contributed to higher out-of-pocket costs for consumers. 92 degrees at 5:33 for WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Now, the Alliance Area Weather Forecast from Mark Johnson on AM 1310 WDPN.
Our heat advisory begins this afternoon, going all the way through at least Thursday at 8 p.m. Today's high, 94 degrees, a feels-like temp of 103 under a lot of sun and a few scattered clouds. Overnight, partly cloudy, still warm and muggy, a low of 75. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
Welcome back, everybody. 1310 WDPN, the Sam Bourquin Show. So good to be with you today. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out with us on this Tuesday. Hope you're trying to stay cool as possible. Hydration is key. Light clothing, all the common sense stuff. Going to heat up here. Going to heat up the next 2-3 days. So just, take her one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. And hopefully, maybe by the end of the week, we'll cool things down here a little bit and get back to normal weather in July, which is hot and humid, but not going to be as crazy it's going to be here the next couple of days. 330-821-1310, 330-821-1310. Q92 Radio YouTube channel. We got the chat open. Also, you can watch and listen to the show on the Sam Bourquin show page on Facebook. Poll question today: where's LeBron playing next year? Is he coming home? Is he going to go to the Golden State Warriors? Is he going to play for the Heat? Where does LeBron James end up playing next year?
Apparently, Kalshi says Golden State.
Numbers are going that way. They're trending that way at 5:36 Eastern Daylight Time. We'll keep our eyes on that. Terry says he's coming home. Luann, he's coming back to Cleveland. I always knew he would return. Again. Rebecca, I hope Cleveland. He still has that beautiful house in Bath, Ohio. Tony the Roofer says, I hope he doesn't come back. Mike says he's coming back. Mark it down. Sammy, I agree with you. They will figure out a way. Jefferson says he will. He was going to put us all through the ringer again before he makes his decision. But I'm betting wine and gold. Travis says, stay away from Cleveland. Jonathan, he will come back to the Cavaliers. William Davis has just retired. I think he's coming back.
I didn't know I was today years old when I found out Bath, Ohio is a place.
Yeah. Bath, Ohio. Funny. He's got a beautiful home in Bath.
It looks like a very beautiful part of Ohio. I did not know it existed.
That's right.
That's hilarious.
See there?
Learn something new every day.
Listen and learn. And there you go.
I thought
you never
I knew
know
all
what
the
kind
weird,
of nuggets you're going to get here on the show.
I thought I already knew all the weird fringe parts of Ohio.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Bath, Ohio.
That's probably the.
So I was going to ask you can actually drive right by his house.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's cool.
Like it's gated and all, but you can drive right by it, literally. And he still has that security guard out in front, 24/7.
Yeah, I would too.
But yeah, you can literally. I think from here you can get there.
Let's see.
In about probably an hour.
Direction. 49 minutes from Alliance.
49? Okay.
Yeah, about the same distance as Maslin.
Yeah. So if you ever want to go, just drive by and check it out. You can do that.
See how the other half lives.
I remember when he came back from Miami, people parked on both sides of the street and waited for him. Every time they thought they saw something, they heard something, there was people they went to his neighborhood and they literally camped out and they walked up and down the street with signs, "Come home, LeBron, please come back." It was insane. I was working at the Canton station then, and people were sending me file videos they took on their phone. I said, "Are you really stalking?" Look, yeah, we're here. We're waiting on the news. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. I thought it was crazy. People they piled in their cars. They had their signs, and they drove to his house. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's what it was like.
You gotta get out there and show up for your celebrities so they know that you care.
Oh my God! I mean, and that's the thing. Do we still have the Dave McManaman cut from ESPN we played earlier? I want to play that one again because
that was the one you sent me where he was talking about LeBron coming back.
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
And and I want to play this again. This is Dave McManaman from ESPN about an hour and a half ago, and Cleveland / Akron / Ohio is the one place LeBron can still go and be welcomed, even though some of you don't want him around. The majority still love him and want him to come back, and they want to see the storybook. And that's I think I still stand by that. This is how the book is written. This is the final chapter. Whether it's a year, 2 years, or 3 years, whatever it is, whether there's a championship or not, we hope there is. But if there isn't, this is what this decision is about. It's about finishing where it all started. And yeah, a couple detours there in between. But this is how it has to play out. Here's Dave McManaman earlier today on ESPN.
Cleveland as a potential destination, Dave.
Yeah. I mean, of all the places in the world where he could come to the conclusion that he was going to be leaving the Lakers and telling the Lakers he was going to be leaving, it just so happens to be Akron, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. And I'm not going to say that's all of the clues right there, but we have to read the tea leaves here. I know that several members of LeBron's kind of inner circle are going to meet him in Ohio this week. And I'm sure they continue to have a discussion about what the decision will be. But it could be the best situation right down the road from where he grew up, 45 minutes from Akron, with the Cavs for a third stint. And really, I've followed this guy now for 12 years around the country. I've seen different fan bases, different arenas. Mm-hmm. The only place that accepts him, embraces him, celebrates him for everything that he is Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. That's like a walk-off moment right there. That's a mic drop. It's where it all started. It's where it should end. Now, whether that happens or not, we don't know. I hope he does come back. Excuse me. I know a lot of you hope he comes back. I know some of you hope he doesn't. But at the end of the day, this is how it's supposed to be written. And at the end of the day, a 6'8", 3 or 4 position player is exactly what this team needs. It's exactly what they need. And at the age of 41 plus, LeBron James can still get it done. Now, he ain't going to play 48 minutes. We don't need 48 minutes. We don't need 39 points a game.
No, I'll tell you what we do need, consistency.
But if you want to give me LeBron James for between 27 and 29 minutes a night, and if he can still get me around 20 a game and around 7 or 8 assists and around 7 or 8 rebounds, in the seasoning, in the pedigree, in the desire to still compete at the highest level, I'm going to take that every single day. It's a perfect fit. Now, we've also had some discussions today. Who called in earlier today? Frank called in today.
God, sorry, Frank.
And said,
we both did.
What about, how would Donovan Mitchell feel about this? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's, you got to take that into consideration. But remember, Donovan Mitchell wore a lot of LeBron James jerseys when he was little. I don't think Donovan Mitchell is going to take us to a title by himself.
No.
I think we've seen that story before. I don't think anybody else on this team right now has the oomph to put us on their shoulders. But if you split the duties up and LeBron James is part of that equation, I would certainly like our chances a whole lot better than I do now.
I mean,
I would.
Yeah, we lost those playoff games by no more than 20 points at any point. So you just add LeBron's pretty much guaranteed 18 to 20 points in there, and, we don't lose as many playoff games.
The only game where we got absolutely crunched was the 130 to 93 game against the Knicks.
Yeah.
That was game 4 or game 5. That ended the series.
Yeah, I tuned that out.
So, well, yeah, I think a lot of us tried to.
Anybody watch that?
So
not from around here.
But yeah, could LeBron James be that missing piece? I think he sure could be.
I don't think they blow those 20-point leads
my God, no.
with LeBron on the team.
No.
I'll tell you that right now.
No, and we said that. No way, no how. Would a LeBron James-led team blow a 22-point lead in a playoff game with 7 minutes to go?
No, period.
That would never, ever happen. He would not allow that to happen. He would have stopped the game on his own. He would have said, timeout. You're in, you're out. Give me the ball. Run this play. You get over there and work on defense. You stop that penetration. He would not have let that happen. I guarantee you that. I could go as far to say that the Cavaliers at least get to the finals.
Yeah, they'd have beat the Knicks.
If
they wouldn't
they
have gotten
had
swept
LeBron.
like that.
Because first of all, you're not losing that first game. Okay?
No.
So now you're feeling better. You're feeling good. You stole one. Maybe you get another one. You go home. And I don't want to go down this again. We got our butts kicked. I get it. It's over. It's under the bridge. I'm just telling you, if LeBron would have been on that team, very good possibility that the Cavaliers would have went to the NBA Finals, because they would have never, ever, two things. They would have never blown a 22-point lead with 7 minutes to go, and they would have never got embarrassed and run off the floor 130 to 93 in an elimination game for them on their home floor. Maybe they wouldn't have won that game. They sure as hell wouldn't have gotten beat by almost 40 points. I will stay on that hill.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I will stay on that hill. There's no way. He wouldn't let it happen. He wouldn't let it happen.
He'd see anybody out there and be like, Coach, put me in.
I mean,
get me in there. I don't care who you take out. Get me in there.
Still can't believe how. I still can't believe how that series just flipped on that first game. I still can't believe it.
The Knicks grabbed the playoffs by the reins and just ripped it.
They were on a mission. They were on a mission.
Ridiculous.
Their owner challenged them, and they played ball. Excuse me. They went out and they won the whole damn thing. Going away. And beat a really good San Antonio team, by the way. That wasn't just chopped liver. That was a really good Spurs team.
Yeah, no, they gentlemen swept Wembanyama. Saying something.
Think about that. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. NBA free agency in earnest gets going in 13 minutes from now. Now, am I saying we're going to hear something at 6:01 where LeBron's going? Absolutely not. There might be some other stuff going on that could be tied to a possible LeBron return. There could be some other pieces, parts that are going to be moved around. Keep your eyes on Dean Wade. Keep your eyes on Max Strus. Keep your eyes on Dennis Schroeder. Keep your eyes on all of that. NBA Central on X. Let me read this before we go to our break. The Golden State Warriors' dream scenario of a Big Four featuring LeBron, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Anthony Davis is now dead, per Sam Amick. The scenario in which LeBron James and Anthony Davis reunite in San Francisco appears to have died on the vine. The Warriors are now signaling that Davis isn't in their plans, according to league sources who spoke on the condition of anonymity, describing the ongoing deliberations. Again, is that an end-all, be-all thing? Certainly not, but it's something to keep a look at. Because if you follow the numbers, Golden State, little more of a puncher's chance. Minnesota Timberwolves are showing interest in LeBron per Sam Amick. Everybody's got interest in LeBron. Probably at least 10 to 12 teams have an interest in the 41-year-old LeBron James. We'll see. 10 minutes till the top of the hour. We'll take our final break. We'll come back. We'll get you some more LeBron James vintage highlights, and we'll start to wrap things up on this Tuesday edition of the Sam Bourquin Show. Hope you're all having a great day. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for hanging out with us today on 1310 WDPN.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-498-2098 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-498-2098 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-498-2098 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Hi, human. I'm a micro monster swimming around in your plastic water bottle. But I can't wait to swim in your bloodstream soon.
Microplastics are micro monsters.
Drink me. Wait, what are you doing?
But you can fight back by using glass or metal reusable water bottles.
No!
Don't let microplastic micro monsters invade your body. Find more ways to fight back at stopmicromonsters.org.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for the... And there they go, almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
$1310 WDPN. Welcome back to the show. 7 minutes before we are through. 8 minutes until NBA free agency gets rolling. Thoughts, comments, predictions, questions? 330-821-1310. 330-821-1310. Get your comments in on the Q92 Radio YouTube channel as well. Stay hydrated, folks. Try to stay in the cool area. Try to stay in the air conditioning. Do not try to do a lot of outdoor work here the next couple of days, especially during like 10 a.m. and 7 p.m.
Yeah, that sun is hot. The UV index is high.
Yeah, it'll cook you.
Yes.
I went outside today. Just, I don't know. Like the inner rebel in me. I went out on the patio and sat outside for about a half hour. I was like, yep, it's hot. it's hot. Time to go in.
Yeah, I was glad I don't have to drive very far to work today. Just bake for 5-10 minutes, then come back into the AC.
Yeah, no kidding. Wednesday show coming up tomorrow. We'll get you rolling with the NBA free agency. Don't forget the Guardians play tomorrow afternoon, so we'll have a quick recap of the game from tonight. And the Guardians should, 1:40 tomorrow or 1:10. Yeah, they'll be done tomorrow. They'll be playing actually while we're on the air tomorrow, so we'll give you updates there. We'll keep you up to date with the World Cup. Team USA against Bosnia-Herzegovina tomorrow. Go USA. We'll check out some other MLB news, and we'll throw a little college football talk in there tomorrow as well. That's all tomorrow at 3 right here on the Sam Bourquin Show. Spread the word. Have some fun. Let's get together tomorrow at 3 right here on AM 1310 WDPN. All right, time for some more LeBron James career vintage highlights. Just sit back, close your eyes, and enjoy.
Throws as the Pistons have now. He's got a jam. Whoa, LeBron. He's as quick as the wind. Anytime that it happened, off the turnover. And James gets the crowd on its feet. Shot clock is down to 5. Nice fake by James. Oh, you stuff! LeBron James puts him. Well, click, get ready for your Kodak moment. Sees it, deep 3. Oh, wow! With 5 left. James for the jumper for the win. Bang! 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 LeBron filled it up to win it for the wide and goal.
Seal played very well the other day, just 13 minutes.
Oh, LeBron James sending a message. A little bit. Iverson into the lane, and LeBron James there to erase it. And he collects more. He's looking back to James. And a blocking foul is called on Delonte. Shot. And checking to the rim. Oh! Yes! And the foul!
Love hearing the calls from Marv Albert back in the day with LeBron. So good. So good to go back down there again and listen to that. NBA free agency coming up in less than 4 minutes, by the way. Now, we know LeBron is the big name, the big fish in the free agent pond. Let's run down a little list here of who else is out there. These players could be had. James Harden. Technically, you could get him. Draymond Green. Russell Westbrook. Rui Hachimura. Bradley Beal. Marcus Smart. Luke Kennard. Tobias Harris. Norman Powell. Colin Sexton. Tim Hardaway Jr., Mitchell Robinson, Quentin Grimes, Kevin Love, Gary Trent Jr., Jackson Hayes, Anthony Simmons, Nikola Vucevic, Chris Middleton, all out there on the free agent market. So as I said, certainly nothing is going to happen with LeBron tonight. But keep your eyes on the other names. Keep your eyes on the other teams, the other players, the other teams, where they are with their salary. This could all some way come all the way back to what happens here with the Cleveland Cavaliers and maybe what happens with LeBron James. All right, thanks for hanging out with us today. Thanks to Rainsburg. Great job as always. Thanks to all of you for calling, texting, emailing, and commenting on all of our social media platforms today. We always appreciate the interaction here on the show. We will be back again tomorrow, and we'll do it all over again beginning at 3 o'clock right here on AM 1310 WDPN. Until then, and as always, don't forget, go Browns, go Bucks, go Guards, go Cavs. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.